Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you are all doing well. I am also doing great. So today we are going to start the day second, and there we are going to learn about variables and the data types. What are exactly variables and what are the data types that we are going to use in Python? Why we use these variables and data types? Each and everything we are going to cover in detail with the practical example. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So, if I talk about variables, what exactly variables are? If you can see, this is a sweet shop. So, in this sweet shop, you can notice there are the jars and there are the so many sweets are there, and there are so many different kinds of sweets are there, and those sweets stored in the jars. And some of the sweets, like you can see here, some of the sweets are stored in like plates in a organized way. And here if you can see some of the jars that organize different kinds of sweets in different types of jars. So why I'm showing this picture. So I will show you the reason. So you can see the jar. So jar is like a variable. You can imagine jar is like a variable, and you can see the different kinds of like sweets you can see stored in those jars. So those different kinds of sweets are in our data world we will call data types. Okay, so those jars are the variables. So if we can see, like in our real like data, if we come back to our topic, variables store data values in the Python. So variables are the it's a type to store the data values. In that picture we can see the sweets which are stored in those jars. So those different kinds of sweets are like the data. So those different kinds of data is a data types, and those jars are like a variables. So no need to declare data type explicitly. So in Python we have the like feature which we don't need to declare the variable before before we are going to use it. Whenever we need to use, we will just write the like store the variable, and then we can use it. And the Python is automatically like it recognize the type of the data. Okay, you can see an example. X is equal 10 is an integer. So this is one type of integer data type. And name, you can see X is a variable like a jar, and we are going to store in that 10. 10 is like a data type, integer data type. And you can see name is a like a variable, and equal to John is like a string. It is a data value that we are going to store. And you can see here is active is equals to true. So is active is it's a boolean data type. In boolean data type we will have two possible values, that is one is yes or no, or true or false. Okay, and if we move forward, the rules for declaring variables, there are four main rules which we are going to use to declare the variables. So start with the letter or underscore. We can start with letter or underscore. And rule 2, case sensitive matter. Like you can write like Ravi, R-A-V-I, Ravi in the small letter, and you can write R-A-V-I, Ravi in the capital letter. Both are different when it compares in the Python code. Okay, case sensitive is matters a lot. And do not use Python keywords. There are keywords in the Python that we will use to like declare def to create a function, and average, minimum, maximum. There are some keywords which we can already build in the Python. So those keywords are not allowed to use in for declaring a variable. And use meaningful variable names. Don't use like any random name. Use a meaningful variables. Like if you are going to sum any total salary, then use a variable name total salary. If you are going to use any total wages, use variable name total wages. Don't use like xyz or something. Yeah, you can use xyz, but it depends on the according to the situation you can change the variable names. And variable names must and should have the meaningful values. Okay, if we move forward, You can see here the data types in Python that we are going to use. How many data types are there? There are so many data types are there, but mostly that we will use these 7 data types. What are those? Those are like these are the 7 built-in data types, and you can know we can able to create by our own data type as well. Okay, so Python has a several built-in data types. First is integer. Integer means you can say the numeric value. Numeric like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 200, 700. These are all is the part of the integer data type. Float. Float is you can say point like 2.3, 10.7, 0.075. These are all the floating data type. String. String is like name, address, or any characteristics like name, any characteristic value or the data is a string data type. Boolean, we have already discussed about the Boolean is a yes or no like data type, like true or false, yes or no. So those data type will call Boolean data type. List is like a, we can gather a number of strings or number of integers or something in a particular like group of, we will group of the table. Tuple is also like that. Dictionary is a key value pair, like name is equal to Ravi and address is equal to Sudhir Avagur. So name is a key and value is that dictionary. Okay, and you can see integer and float. Integer is like n is equal, number is equal to 25, so this is an integer. And you can see string. Language is equal to Python. Language is a variable and Python is a data. Which data is this? This is a string data type. And false is student, false is a Boolean data type. And list, tuple, dictionary. What is the difference between these three and what are those? So here you can see list is fruits. I already told you, like it is a collection of string values or we can merge them. So fruits is equals to square bracket apple, banana, cherry, and we have stored in the fruits variable of 3 fruit names. So this is called the list. And you can see here, so like tuple. Tuple, what is tuple? Coordinates. Coordinates is equal to 10 comma 20. So in list we can able to change the like names of the data and we can edit the data everything. And when it comes to tuple, we are not able to edit the data. Okay, and you can see person. Here the dictionary is person is equal to name alias a is equal to p. So person is a key value pair data that we are going to store in the dictionary. And dynamic typing in Python. So Python automatically determines the data type that I already told you before we start in the beginning of our lecture. So Python is like automatically determine the data types. Like if you write x is equal to 10, then Python will automatically determine it is an integer. When you write y is equal to hello, it will automatically determines the hello is a string. So when you write 3.5 x is equal to 3.5, then now it's already float. Okay, the conclusion of this video, variables are stored different data type, different types of the data. Like we have discussed about the in the beginning of the lecture, we have this, we see one picture, a sweet shop. In that sweet shop there is some jars and some plates, and that shop owner has arranged those sweets in different jars and different kinds of the sweets. So similar to that, those jars are the variables, and those different kinds of sweets are equal to the different kinds of data types. Okay, Python support dynamic typing, so it automatically dynamically like typing and practice creating and using variables. And we are going to do one thing, just go just whenever once this session was completed, you create as many variables as you can and just print those variables whether you are getting the right values or not. So that's it for this today videos, guys. I hope you love this video. I hope you learn something new towards your journey of you become the master or expert in the Python. So I hope you remember, and you just go once this session was completed. Once you learn about variables and data types, you just go and do your practice, because practice makes man perfect. Okay, so just do the practice, create as many variables and assign the value data types values and print those values. So this is your today's homework. Just go. Next video, third video, that we are going to discuss about the conditional statements. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something valuable information out of this video. So, and we will meet in another video. There we will learn something new about Python. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you so much.